Welcome back to our riotous discussion about humor in advertising and branding. My name is Douglas Spencer from Spencer Brenneman, and I am here with the lovely Erika Alter, who is one of my favorite people, one of the funniest people I know. And that's probably just because she laughs at my jokes, whether or not they're funny or not. Say hello, Erika.
Hello, Erica.
Well done. Well done. Well, in the last version, in the last installment of this BrandOut Banter, we talked about what makes for humor in advertising and marketing and branding, as well as what companies should really think about before they move forward. And now I want to spend a little time talking about some of the traps that companies could fall into if they're trying to use humor, if they're trying to use, trying to be different, trying to go viral. If you try to go viral, yeah, you're likely not to. But anyway, that's a completely different topic. But Erika, what do you think? What are some of the traps people could fall into?
I think you have to be sure that the humor does not eclipse the brand and that the humor is true to the brand. And also, thirdly, is your brand meant to be humorous? Is that true? Is it authentic? Don't do it just to be funny if it's not representative of your overall brand value.
Absolutely. And that is something that we talk about all the time here at Spencer Brenneman. In fact, our motto is start with brand. Everything has to start with brand. And that means knowing who you are. There's a great sign in a club in Boston many, many years ago. It said, dress code, know who you are and dress accordingly. And I just think that's hilarious and also really appropriate for brands. You need to know who you are. And if you're not a funny brand, don't try to be funny. And if you are kind of a funny brand, don't try to be serious. Know who you are and dress accordingly. What else, Erika? What else do you think we should suggest people look out for when trying to use humor?
I think tone deafness also, there's of course, first and foremost, know your audience. But even if the joke will resonate quite well with your audience, it could very well put off or offend a broader audience, an audience that may never be your consumers, but have the power nowadays through social media to utterly destroy your brand if they wanted to. And so I think you have to be very careful that the joke, as you've said before, is not at someone else's expense, but that if there's that little voice in the back of your head saying, this might offend someone, or I don't know if that's the right tone, listen to that voice because usually it's right. And I don't think it's worth the risk of putting off even a small group of people or a single person.
Right. That's really, really a great point. And people forget when they go about marketing and branding that they're not just messaging to the people with whom they can do business. You've got to be careful and think about everybody. Everybody needs to understand who you are because guess what? They might come to work for you, or they may have a family member that comes to work for you, or they may be in a position to support your bid to expand in some area. For example, we are one of many cities here in Boston that is dying to get Amazon as a second headquarters. If people didn't have a mostly positive view of Amazon, then the citizens of Boston and all the other cities that are vying for that really would not put up a fight, so to speak, to win over that business. So really think about who you are. Think about to whom you're speaking and broaden that. And also be ready. Sometimes even the best intentions go awry. And I think that means you have to be ready for anything. You have to be ready for it going popular, and you have to be ready for it to really, really backlash or come back at you. Any thoughts on that, Erika, and what people should think about?
I think that's right. I mean, rule number one, simply don't be offensive. If it's something, I think if you stick to that rule, it's likely that you're not going to put anyone off because your intentions it will be clear and you'll be coming at it from an authentic point of view. And if you're trying to be offensive because you think it's funny, it's absolutely going to backfire. And I agree. I think that there are some things you can't control. Something could be misread or misunderstood. And the best thing that you can do in those cases is apologize.
Right. Don't dig your heels in. Just apologize. Just say, we're sorry. We're human. We did not intend that at all. Don't try to explain. Don't try to blame anyone. Just own up to it and move on. So, Well, speaking of moving on, I think it's probably time because folks have some things to do at work, I would imagine, and maybe they want to go watch some reruns of 30 Rock, which is what you and I tend to do lots of the time. And you want to tell people how to get to you, how to reach you?
Sure. If you'd like to reach me, you could actually just send a quick email to Erika, Erika, at E, S as in Sam, A as in Apple, -marketing.com. Thanks, Doug.
Fantastic, fantastic. And you can reach me at douglas@spencerbrenneman.com or on Twitter at Douglas W. Spencer. And again, if you have comments that you want to weigh in about humor in branding and advertising, let us know. On Twitter, you can use the hashtag BrandsJest, or you can just email or comment wherever you see this. So thanks for watching and hope you have a great day. Bye.